me tell you something that I've figured out. Aging sucks. It does. But you know what? The alternative is worse. So, this is what I've chosen to do. Bling it out, throw some glitter at it, and celebrate every single day. Every day that I'm up and walking and breathing and enjoying my family and enjoying my life, I am going to celebrate. Because if we focus on the sucky part, our life is going to be the sucky part. Who wants that? Not me. So, if you're like me, you can think to yourself, self, I have gotten myself here. I've lived all these years and I'm rocking it. I just wanted to talk about the fact that you are beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are. And good enough is the new perfect. Do you remember back in the 80s when everything had to be perfect? Your nails, your waistline, you could never be too rich or too thin. Everything had to be perfect. Your purse had to match your shoes. We dyed our shoes to match things. Oh my gosh, you're going to be in a wedding. Everyone went to the mall and got those shoes that you could dye because everything had to be the same. And guess what? It was so weird. About 15 years ago, when my daughter, who I cannot even say is 31 now, started wearing socks that didn't match. And I said, honey, no, no, no. Everything has to match. And she said, Mom, that's not how it is anymore. And have you seen it now? Everything's crazy. Nothing matches. Part of me screams a little on the inside when I see that. But the rest of me takes a deep, relaxing, cleansing breath and thinks, dang, I can finally unclench and relax and not worry about everything being perfect. Because perfect is the enemy of enjoyment. Perfect is the enemy of getting things done. And perfect is the enemy of our sanity. Because we can be striving for perfection and be sane. But girl, you're never going to be perfect. You could try. We want to be perfect mothers and wives and all that, and employees and business owners, but we're not gonna be because we're human. And so today, I implore you to cut yourself some slack. Cut yourself some slack. What is it that you're not getting done because you're so worried about it being perfect? Can't even start. Or maybe you started, but you can't finish. Something like doing an Afghan and in the middle there's this little glitchy part with the yarn, so you quit, or a painting, or tiling your floor and you realize, oh man, I made a mistake. You know what? First of all, no one else is going to notice those things. And second of all, later on, you can look back with fondness and think, I did that myself. And that imperfection is going to be your reminder. Your reminder. What is up with my words? That little imperfection is going to be your reminder that you did it and that it was yours. I think it's such a beautiful thing to know that we don't have to be perfect anymore. You never did. But no one told you that. Everyone told us we had to be perfect. We have to sit like perfect little ladies with our little skirts down and our, knees a certain way and hold your hands a certain way and be quiet unless someone wants you to speak. And then when you do speak, you have to say what they want to hear. And if this isn't how you were raised, well, more power to you because you were raised different than most of the rest of us back in the 80s and 90s and even the 70s. You should be seen and not heard. And now we have a voice. Sometimes it's scary to use this voice because it's new and we're so used to being told to sit down and shut up. I don't think we should sit down and shut up anymore. Have you seen how much the world has changed? Have you seen how it's gone mad? I don't care what side of the political or religious fence you're on. If you don't notice that things are crazy out there, you have been buried under a rock. So I think it's time that we get our big girl voices and we start using them together in unison. Now, like I said, I don't care what side you're on. It doesn't matter because there are basic things that we can come together on. Women are women. That's number one. Women have fought for rights. Now, my mom was a big feminist, and she was very disappointed in me when I chose to stay home and homeschool. And my thought was, if you're a feminist, don't you want people to be able to do what they want? Isn't that the point? That women can work if we want or stay home if we want? We can put our kids in school or private school or public school. We can, we can run a company or be in the military. We can do all the things. And now, just when the girls are starting to be able to do all the things, it's not just girls. They're competing against men. Apparently, there was a woman in the Olympics that had the crap beat out of her by a man boxing. Honey, I don't think that's okay. And I think it's time that we use our voices and we say things. Now, personally, I do not care what someone does in their own home. I don't care if they feel like whatever they feel like they are. But I think that we need to take a stand for women. I really do. And I'm going to say that out loud. I think the time for all of us to be Switzerland is over. I've been out here. I started blogging 10 years ago. I've been Switzerland. No one knows how I feel about any topic that's important at all. And I felt like that was important because I just wanted to make everybody happy. Because didn't we all, as we were growing up? Wasn't that our job? It was to make everybody happy. We're not going to make everybody happy, though. So, what if we start doing the right thing, whatever that means for you? What you think the right thing is for you may be different than the right thing for me. And guess what? That's okay too. You may have a different belief than I do. That's okay. But I think we should start A, being able to express them, and B, not jump all over each other and stop being friends with each other just because we have different views. I know this has kind of been a lot. This is not like things I normally say, but I think they need to be said. And I think more needs to be said. But it's kind of going to be like peeling back the onion. I'm not peeling back all this onion right now at once, but I'm going to start. And I recommend you start, however you're comfortable. But I need you to look at the world, women. I need you to look at what's happening. And what's happening is happening because we're all sitting back, keeping our mouths shut like the dainty little ladies we were raised to be. But you're over 50 now. You can find your voice and you can use it. You may use it for something that's on the opposite side of what I used mine for, and that's okay. As long as we are expressing things and trying to change the world. And I'm not saying run for president or, whatever. I'm saying in whatever your circle is, stand up and use your voice. Let's all do our part to make the world a better place. It may mean paying it forward at Starbucks. It may mean starting your own podcast. It may mean reaching out and making peace with people in your family. It may mean writing a letter to the editor and saying, I think this is wrong. Whatever. Maybe it does mean running for political office. I'll support you, whatever side you are, and I will help you out. Because that's what we used to do when I was a kid. My mom was a Democrat. My dad was a Republican. They had friends that ran for office, and we helped them. I don't even know what side they were on, and my parents didn't care. We were friends, and we worked together. Don't you want that world back? I do. I do. There are millions of us. If we finally start finding and using our voices, we can make a change. So there you go. Let's start today. Make a change together. Let's work together. If you're in, reach out to me. Another way you can do it, go to my website, jenhardy.net, jenhardy.net/contact. I have been saying that for 2 years, and my messages were going to a mysterious place, and I've found them. So now I will be responding to you because that's important. So I love you. I can't wait to hear what you've got to say. I can't wait to hear what change you've made, little or small. I don't care. Let's do this. Let's go out there and start something. Look forward to talking to you next time. I love you.